Good morning and welcome to the full review of the New Balance Fuel Cell Prism. Roll the beauty shots. I'm here at the lovely athletics track doing this full review, and it's been a while since I made the first run review of this shoe, and there's been a reason for that. More on that later, but first I really want to tell you about what's new in this shoe. Now, the reason why this shoe is a little bit special is because it's really lightweight, but also that it has a medial post on the inside, creating a little bit of stability. There's not a lot of lightweight stability shoes out there, and especially for those people who need a little bit of stability, there's not a lot of really fast shoes to play with. Not everybody can run with the carbon shoes, and they're really unstable and for a purpose, but for stability runners, this might be a problem for their ankles, knees, and that kind of stuff. That's why I think this shoe is a little bit special, and that's why the marketing of this shoe really hit me. Now, the normal fuel cell shoes tend to be a little bit unstable and really soft. What they've done with the Fuel Cell Prism is that they made the fuel cell foam a little bit denser so that you have a little bit more stability. The stack height of this shoe is 21 millimeters in the heel and then 15 millimeters in the forefoot. That is a 6 millimeter heel drop, and the weight of the shoe is 234 grams in the men's US 9, which is 2 grams heavier than a Kinvara from Saucony. So the shoe is really lightweight if you compare it to a lot of daily trainers. Now, the way this shoe is made, it just makes for a perfect marketing hype shoe. It's really light, it has the added stability, it's just so easy to buy into, and that's what fooled me too. But more on that later. First, let's talk about fit. Most racing shoes have a tendency to be really tight and fit snugly to your feet. This does not in the same way. I've heard a lot of people think it's a little bit too wide, and I can actually understand that, but to me, the fit of this shoe is by far the best asset of this shoe. It has a little bit of a wider toe box, and it's not really gripping around the midfoot as much as on these sides around the black parts here. So this shoe fits really nicely for me, but if you like a little bit of a narrower toe box, then it might not be for you. The upper is very much similar to the TC. It's really minimalistic, it's really breathable, it's not as comfortable as maybe like a daily trainer, but as an upper construction, it might be one of the best shoes I've had on to date so far. So because the hold point is a little bit more down here, it actually drags your feet back into the heel, which is really nicely padded without being too thick. And that actually makes it really easy to lacing up the shoes for me. I really don't have to lacing it too tightly, and it fits me really snugly without being too snug. So very much enjoying having this shoe on. It's so good actually that this shoe has been awarded my best fit of the year so far award. Even though it's an imaginary award, it's a good award to get. Now, the first impression of having this shoe on is that even though it's a more dense version of the fuel cell compound, it's still really soft. And that means that you can actually feel the medial post when standing in it. And it's extremely noticeable in the beginning. But after a while, this molds to your feet and you actually don't feel the stability that much. If you put a fuel cell foam shoe on for the first time, you'll notice the fuel cell is soft. So this shoe is also soft, even though the foam is a little bit denser than other types of fuel cell foam. There's no doubt that New Balance has nailed it when it comes to running in these shoes. The running feel is really optimal, and it just feels like a delight to run in, as long as you go fast. The shoe is light, it's really fast, and it's really good on dry asphalt and gravel and that kind of stuff. Now compared to the Fuel Cell TC, which is so unstable that gravel isn't the best thing, this shoe is really performing there. It could also work really nicely on forest roads and on paths in the forest, as long as it doesn't get too wet. This is very, very normal for a road shoe, and you can see on the grooves on the bottom here that there isn't a lot of grip. It still feels really nice to run in, but if you're in some wet conditions, then there isn't really a lot to hold on to here. There's no doubt that this shoe works a lot better on faster runs than slower runs. On faster runs, you just feel like you're pushing it. You just feel like it's so much fun, it's easy. And then on slower runs, it just feels a little bit too hard and unstable. And when it's slower, I just want more comfort. I want more cushioning for my body. I just want to be more protected than this shoe can give me. So once I get this shoe on, I really want to go fast. I could go fast on shorter distances, I can go fast on athletic tracks, I could even go faster on longer runs, but I will probably not, because the stability isn't great. Now, lightness and stability is the two main selling points for this shoe, and stability, even though it's better than the carbon shoe from New Balance, which has no stability at all, this one does not have enough stability to be calling itself a stability shoe. If you compare this directly to the Saucony Kinvara, then the Kinvara completely demolishes it. It's not good as a stability shoe at all. This is why I actually mentioned earlier that I felt like I was fooled. This is the reason why I have the thumbnail. This is the reason why the title of the video, because they really fooled me with thinking that this shoe would be really good for stability runners, and I'm really sorry for selling out on the first run review, because I actually thought it would be better than it is. It is a no stability shoe. It does have stability built into it, but the fuel cell foam is just too soft to give any stability at all. I'm hugely disappointed in this shoe, and I think that it only fits neutral runners and people who can't run in a carbon shoe and need a little bit more stability. Apart from that, nobody needs it. And if you ask me, there's better options out there. So overall, after this review, I won't be using this shoe at all. Or yeah, maybe as a sneaker, because it's really nice to look at. It's really nice on, so I'm probably going to use it as a sneaker, not as a running shoe, because there's just other options that are better. So the race to make softer shoes continues, and this one is just in the mix as well. It's soft, it's just not stable. Let's do a checklist. Overall, fit wise, a little bit wide in the toe box. I really love that. It fits me really nicely. The shoe has an A+ fit. The foam in itself is really nice to run in. It's soft, it's bouncy, it's responsive. The feel of running in the shoe is really nice. And then it comes to the stability, which is nowhere. It doesn't matter. It's not there. It could have just been a normal neutral running shoe, in my opinion. So it's a good shoe. It's just not what it said it was. Now, if you disagree with me and you like this shoe, then write to me in the comments down below. Tell me why you like it. Tell me why I am wrong. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions whatsoever, write to me in the comments down below. If you like these kind of running related videos, then consider subscribing. If you want to support me, then buy my awesome running socks. Look, yeah, buy those awesome running socks at my website. They're really good, actually. Anyways, have a great day, have a fantastic run, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.